What is up, everybody? Today I got this Washburn Dimeslime from Aliexpress. I got this from Guitar Store probably about a year and a half ago. Everybody always trips out. You know, this thing came broken at the neck right here. I don't know if y'all remember that. But yeah, I glued her up, man, and she's been playing ever since. I got some Dimeslime pickups that I stole out of the Dimeslime that I painted pink and white crackle. I got a Floyd Rose special in there, CTS tones, pots, and orange capacitors. Upgraded the switch. Put actual Grovers on there. You know, they came with cheap black Grover tuners. Pretty much everything has been upgraded on this guitar that needs to be upgraded. And I recently got my hands on this dime bolt, man. Old school Washburn. So this is trying to be this right here. This is the replica of this right here, somewhat. This is the Korea. This is supposed to be a replica of the USA made one. Whatever. This is the real deal right here. It's the real shit. And what we're gonna do, of course, everybody always mentions the headstock. So we're gonna put our little digital calipers on here. We're gonna go center to center because I don't have outside to outside. And this is looking like 152, almost 153 millimeters. Clearly not the case over here. This is more like 136, 137 right in there. Alright, let's check out right here at the nut. That's 41.3. That's 42.6. Let's check out the 12th fret. That's 52.6. 52.9. Okay, down here, low as we can get it, 57.7. 57.7. Oh, a match. All right, now let's go for depth at the 12th. Got 26.2. 24.3. Big difference. You definitely can feel it. This thing is like gripping a freaking baseball bat. This almost feels like an Ibanez or a Jackson neck right here. I prefer the neck on this one over many of my other guitars. You know me, I'm a Jackson and Ibanez fan, and this one feels like it. However, this one, the string still gets stuck under here on the 2nd fret. And this is a toy, man. That's pretty much what this is right here. It's a wall hanging toy that I've built to compete with some of the better guitars that I got. But let's check out some tones, and all I'm playing it out of is the Boss Katana MK2 with the booster on and slight delay. I was trying to figure out this loop station, man, but it's a little bit too much for me right now. I gotta mess with it, and then I don't have a effects loop on this thing, so that's really doing me no favors. Got to get a different amp with effects loop. And I'll get back to this amp later on. I tried to download Tone Studio on there, and I just kind of failed miserably. And I think I gotta get a different computer. But let's hear some guitar tones, man. Let's pit them against each other, and y'all tell me what's gonna sound better, what y'all like. I had plans on upgrading this guitar right here. Thought about putting in dual Bill Lawrence pickups and an original Floyd Rose, or maybe even a Goto if I can't find them, then changing everything to black. That's what I'm thinking about doing with this guitar, all black hardware. Or I'll leave it stock. You guys tell me what I should do. Anyways, let's jump into it. Alright, so I don't really have this amp toned into dime tones or nothing like that. I just kind of scooped the mids, kicked up the bass, kicked up the treble, old school rock tone. It's always worked. It'll always work. Let's just get right into some tones here. Bridge pickup. Alright, so the action on this thing isn't as good as the other one. The frets don't feel that good. Does it sound good? I don't know. Sounds okay. I mean, like I said, these are basically toys, man. That's what these are, replicas. They're not going to sound like the real deal no matter what you do to them. But you can't get them to play good. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so now we're going to give the Washburn a rip, man. Let's check her out. You know, when you play these two, you can feel the difference. I got some stuff going on right here with the G string. The saddle's sitting a little low. Fretboard probably hasn't been oiled in 10 years, maybe more. This guitar needs a lot of work, and I'm here for it. I don't know if I should rebuild this thing to modern speculations, throw a couple of Nazgul Sentient pickups in here, Bill Lawrence pickups. Just keep it all original and bring her back to her original shine. And I just don't know, man. I'm just really grateful to have this thing back into my possession. This is going to be the closest thing I ever find to my Korean Dimeslime that I lost. One of the early productions. You know, I went to go work in New Orleans after Katrina and I got burned and had to do what I had to do. But you know, pawn shop called me, said they had this thing with my name on it, and I sure as heck did. I went over there and picked her up, and now she's gonna live with me. I'm gonna take real good care of her. But yeah, man, if you're looking for a cheap replica of these things, talk to a guitar store. That dude can make some pretty good stuff. Of course, you know, they're gonna need a lot of work. I had to route out the cavity on that guitar. Here, let me show you the stuff I did on it. Had to route out in here. I was originally gonna put a Goto, but I put that on my Dean Dime guitar. I forget, Showdown. So I ended up putting the Goto on the Showdown, and I took the trim off the Showdown and I put it in here. I took some Dimeslime pickups, put them into here, upgraded all these pots, you know, switch, left the input alone. I forgot to order that brand new. Oh well. Got some heavier gauge strings on there. Chrome Goto, whatchamacallits, tuners, actual Floyd Rose lock-in nut and all that good stuff. So she's been upgraded. Does she play like a dime? You know, she'll chug. Will she throw some sweet leads? Probably not, man. Her notes, they're not there. Fretboard still feels real cheap compared to the other guitars that I got. But does she look cool? I love looking at this thing every day. I love it. They did a really good job with the top. That's the whole reason I bought this thing. I wanted something to look like my old guitar. Now I have something that plays like it. Well, I can look at this every day. That's about all I got. Hope you enjoyed it.